Auschwitz. From the cattle cars, they took us first to the beds. I guess the old people went to the fire straight, and us, they stripped naked. They shaved our heads, and they gave us clothes. I got a white silk dress, no shoes, no underwear, and a foot of snow.
Wow.
And I didn't catch a cold. Next day, we were free. So we went to the wire, to the gate, to the wire gate, to when friends or relatives will come, we should ask them to throw us some food and clothing. I got a white dress, a silk white dress, no underwear, a white dress.
No shoes in the snow.
Yeah, no shoes, no nothing. No
They
underwear.
shaved her head.
And who gave this to you?
Huh?
Who gave that to you?
What do you mean, who gave it?
Who gave you the
They.
dress? Oh.
They gave us
Oh, I
clothes.
thought you had some kind
What
of
did-
uniform.
No,
No.
we didn't.
What did you call the guards who gave you the stuff and told you what?
The SS.
Nothing. We were like animals.
But they were the SS.
Yeah.
The,
SS, and they were
how did you refer to them when you spoke to them?
We didn't spoke to them. What did you spoke? That you don't like the dress? They would give you a...
Like when you were with your friends,
Yeah.
would you say, the SS made me do that? How did you refer to them?
The SS.
like this, the SS.
Okay, what does that stand for?
What does it stand for?
Huh?
SS stood for what? The social...
I don't know, SS, that's all.
I don't know either.
Okay,
I'm
so
sure my
you're...
dad-
So we stayed by the gates,
And you
By
said,
the
please
riot.
give us some food.
and we wanted, you know. And as they come, I see my cousin stretching out in the middle of the walk.
Was dead?
Huh? No,
Oh. Oh, just refused to walk.
no. I didn't know what had happened. She fainted.
Oh.
She says, look at this. They came yesterday and she's already in the crazy house. Me, she recognized. The rest, she didn't recognize. This is the way we looked.
Oh, because you didn't have hair or anything.
The hair, the clothes, the looks already. So, but they couldn't throw clothes. They couldn't do that. So we were like this. My mother and two cousins, Poya, you know, and Poya had a sister, Helen, her daughter. She was 11 years old. And we saved her. Every morning you had to, they called that appel. That's the lined up. 5 in a row. So we got the mother and me, and the two cousins, and Lulu. So we were 5. So we took the food together. So somehow it looked more than you would get each person. So we started to, maybe you believe, from this what we get, we started to save. Every day.
You
we
saved a little more.
No, we saved a slice of bread.
Yeah.
Next day, or 2 days later, another slice of bread. So we bought, for bread you could buy anything you want. So we bought a coat.
Who'd you buy it from?
I don't know.
Oh, like the underground, black
I guess
market.
So, like the black market. The ghetto started a day after Easter.
In what year? 41?
I think 41.
And you were how old?
25.
And you knew Zaidi then or no?
I knew Zaidi, we grew up in the same town.
Oh, who's Zaidi?
My grandfather.
My
Oh,
husband.
But you weren't
How
married?
many years were you together, you and Zaidi? Married?
64 years.
Now, was Zaidi in the Holocaust too?
Yes.
Was he in your concentration camp?
Yes.
Not with me. The
Were-
man was separate.
But were you married or dating?
No, they were nothing.
But they weren't dating?
They found each
No,
other
we were
after.
friends. We were born in the same time. And my parents, my mother and his mother were girlfriends.
And how many years were you in the
2
concentration?
years, 2.5. Yeah.
And tell me what you ate there.
But we ate.
No. I want to back up to how they even got there.
Okay.
So let's start with the ghetto.
Where they
What's,
ghetto.
what's the
came-
ghetto?
They came and they said, you have 5 minutes to pack and get out.
Of your homes. They took them from their homes.
So what could you take it from?
Huh.
Food we didn't have in the house because it was a day after Easter. So I don't know if you know the Jewish law, there's no bread in the house, no nothing. We were 6 weeks in the ghetto.
What's the ghetto?
The ghetto is,
They are,
if you've watched any of the movies, I don't know so much. She'll tell you.
They gathered us together in a brick factory,
Okay.
in the barracks, not...
Basically, you know, Anne Frank, the story of Anne Frank, she was hiding in someone's home in the ghetto, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Now,
after the ghetto, they took us
What did they tell you? What did they tell you they were taking you?
to work. They told us to go.
were you scared out of your mind?
And if we were scared,
I don't think they showed their true intentions. No
yeah,
one knew what they really were
nobody-
going to do.
Though people were talking, you know, but nobody wanted to believe it that a thing could
That anyone
happen
could be
like
that
No,
cruel.
wait. Did you have any suspicion of this coming about?
We had suspicion, but this one said this one said that, you know, but not really the truth. We didn't know.
But when you were in the ghetto, they had still at that point they took all of your belongings.
We didn't
They
have
took-
nothing already. They took it home already, everything.
But whatever gold or
Yeah,
anything,
they took-
anything anybody
they-
had of
yes.
value, they took it.
They
And they
stripped us naked.
Naked?
and they made you wear the
Sure,
Jewish star.
The hair.
Well,
they gave
I
us-
thought that was when you got to the concentration camp. Even in the ghetto, they did that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you know who did it?
And they made you wear the Jewish star on your arm.
No, that wasn't in Auschwitz.
Oh, I thought they did that in the
yeah,
ghetto.
in the ghetto. You are right, because what happened, my
That's how they knew
father
who the Jews were.
fell and broke his foot.
Who did?
Her father.
My father.
Mm-hmm.
And I was dying to go see him. So I found out that they're taking girls from the ghetto to a house where the Gestapo headquarters was, to clean the headquarters. So I volunteered. And we were sitting
can see
there and
that.
waiting to take us back to the ghetto. And so, all right, I didn't know German, but the
She tried to
Jewish
make friends with
language is very similar. So after that, they took us in the cattle cars
Thank you.
to Auschwitz. Put us in
Where
cattle
did they?
cars.
Where did they tell? What did they tell you they were doing?
They
They
take
were
us to
taking you
work. To
Work.
work. Emmanuel
obviously-
stays at the corner, and we come out from the cattle car.
Well,
and-
tell her what the cattle car was like. I mean,
like
that's-
what could I tell you?
I mean, have you seen
We
Schindler's List?
fished and cooked in the we were like sardines. Are you kidding? Like
Screaming
sardines.
and crying,
Crying and screaming and
and getting
whatever.
trampled on.
and no food, no air. People was fainting,
Were you,
dying.
and you and your parents were
It
together?
reminds me, you know, when I think about the fact that I don't eat meat, when I think about what I've seen on TV where they throw all those chickens and turkeys into one big truck and throw them like they're garbage, that's what I think of.
No food at all. So finally we came out from the cattle car. The luggage, you could take nothing. Just
Yeah, they
yes,
made them think they were taking their belongings.
Yeah, whatever you had. Mengele stays at the corner.
Mengele?
The one I said that
The Joseph Mengele. The Joseph Mengele.
Is this it, Bobby?
Huh?
Is this it?
Yeah.
And you said he was handsome.
He was handsome, so what do I do? He says to me, lauf, lauf, that's a run,
Run.
to the right. And mother left. All of
So
a
that's
sudden,
when you separated from your mom.
all of a sudden, I feel somebody's behind me. I turn around, I see it's my mother. I says, what are you doing here? You went there. I decided I came back and I said to the SS, I'm still young, I still want to work. And he let her go.
Oh, because they were sending all the old people immediately to the gas chambers.
So this is the
It was
way
only the
she
young people
survived.
that they were going to keep.
She survived the whole 2.5 years.
Oh. Wow.
I didn't know that, Bobby.
Yeah.
So what happened to her?
She died after.
After it was all over?
After it was all over, I got married. And she saw the twins.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I
6
thought
months later, she died
of what?
of kidney disease. And then in concentration camp, she was all right. There was nothing to eat.
You ate grass.
Rats, grass, whatever. it was.
Rats?
Rats too.
Oh.
How many times you found in the soup?
Oh.
But delicious.
Oh.
My father is here, not far in the hospital, and I'm dying to go see him. So he says, so
Luckily
go ahead.
she
You have
found
plenty
someone.
time till I take you back.
She had
Says, I
found
can't.
someone with some kind of compassion.
I says, I can. I have a Jewish star. So take off the star. Would you believe it? The SS. I says, I cannot do it because people recognize me.
And they'll kill
They're
you.
gonna kill me. So he says, thinks a minute. He says, you know what? Come, I'll take you. Would you believe it? So among them were I guess...
There were some decent.
Yeah, decent. Some of them had to become Nazis.
Or they
because
would die.
otherwise
Right,
they-
right,
yeah.
right. Now, I want to know, like, the Nazis were a political party.
Yeah.
So you were just living your life. You were 20 years old. You were pretty. You were young. And all of a sudden, they put you in a concentration camp.
Well, they
What-
were moving across Europe, right?
Yeah.
They hadn't made their way to Czechoslovakia yet, but where had they gone to first?
They were all over.
So
Poland.
that's how the word was out. It
Oh.
got out that they were
But
coming.
what I'm saying is
Yeah.
I heard that the propaganda in the media
Yeah.
was before any of this happened, they were saying Jews are bad, Jews are bad.
That's right.
In the media,
Yeah.
so that the general population would
would follow him.
is
would
that-
follow him.
So it's
Of course.
Did
Yeah.
it start with media and propaganda?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So when you were
I mean,
wait.
not
But when,
everybody's-
okay, wait. But when you were
Before
ju-
even they took us to the ghetto.
But what I mean is,
I
when you
got-
were like 20,
Yeah.
did you read the newspaper and say, why are they putting down the Jews again? Did you read the paper?
Yeah, but what can you do? We were like lambs. Didn't you know, a Jew, a weapon. A Jew didn't know about a weapon.
But like in your hometown, not everyone hated Jews.
Oh,
Always?
Okay, I'll-
Even
Tell-
before that?
Tell me, what was it like before the Hitler people took over?
was a beautiful life in Czechoslovakia. Our both presidents were educated here in the United States, and they used to say Czechoslovakia is small America,
Oh,
democratic.
okay.
It used to be anti-Semitism, some here, there,
Some.
but nothing noticeable.
Anti-Semitic.
Uh-huh. So did Hitler...
So when Hitler started to come in, the Hungarian took over. We bought a needle. And we used to pull from the blankets the thread. I took out the lining and I made myself an apron. Because of my dress, how could you keep clean? And for mother we gave the coat, so she was warm.
To your mother?
Yeah. And this is the way we maneuvered. We had a toothbrush. We had soap. Because the five of
This is
us,
special.
we
That's
always
like Cuba.
saved. We used to wash ourselves with the urine.
With urine?
Yeah,
You washed yourself with
yeah,
urine?
yeah. No bother.
Oh.
We had, I'm telling you, a toothbrush.
What I want to know is how it worked with the gas chambers. Who went there? How did they decide when? Was it immediate when people
Like
got
my
there?
father went immediate.
Why? He was too old to
Because-
work?
He was in a cast. He broke his foot in ghetto.
And they told them they were just going to take a shower.
Yeah, I guess so. I
But
don't
they
know.
knew.
I don't think they knew.
Did you cry?
You probably weren't
Were you
allowed
in
to.
shock?
They were like animals there. You could, for a piece of bread, you could kill your mother. Yeah.
But like, weren't you in shock the first couple
There
days?
is no shock.
When
There
they
is
took
no
you-
nothing. You walk and you see the throwing in babies with one foot in fire.
Oh.
So what?
I remember from Schindler's List, the guy would just,
I
for
couldn't
target
watch
shooting,
it. Couldn't watch
for
him.
target shooting, they would just start shooting at people.
Sure. There was a woman, SS, Grace was her name. She just walked around and, oh, I'm
Oops,
sorry.
sorry.
Just like this. But she could give you a patch that you paint.
Did you work all day?
No.
What
There
did you?
was no work.
So you just sat
They
around
were sitting
starving,
in cooking. We were cooking the whole day.
cooking?
For them.
No. Cooking. That's all.
What does that mean?
Cooking for you?
Yeah.
But then why'd they have you? I thought it was that they needed you to work for them.
No, we didn't work.
Did they? Where did you sleep?
In bunks.
With
5,
hundreds of
6 in
people.
one bunk. If you had to turn the...
You're lucky you had your mother the whole time with you?
Did you? I have a question. When you were sitting in your bunks, did you like?
Sit in the bunk.
Did you sing songs to each other and talk about
Pray.
praying?
Yeah.
For 2 years,
Yeah.
every day, all day and night,
Yeah,
saying,
till
"God,
it's
please
not
help
longer.
us."
But it was in Birkenau. Then they took us to Belsenbergen. There was even worse. They must have put in something in the food because we were like zombies.
How much food did you get a day?
In the morning, black coffee.
So you'd have energy to work.
But they didn't work.
We didn't even drink it. I'm telling you, we were washed ourselves with it.
You
They
washed
gave us
yourself.
black
With coffee.
Yeah.
And what did you have for lunch?
For lunch.
Why were they keeping you alive if you weren't working?
Why?
Maybe God.
Maybe.
So how did you go through this and not
So
hate?
everybody prayed together at night?
Hmm?
Everybody prayed together in the bunk?
The whole day we were praying.
So how do you not hate God after coming through this?
That's a big question.
That's a question. That's a
Okay, how do
question.
you answer that?
There is no answer. There's no answer.
Do you,
When the bombs were coming, we were praying. They should fall on us. They shouldn't. Rather, the American should kill us than the Germans. That was.
Was there a lot of suicides?
Oh yes. You don't need suicide. You go in and touch the wire, and you had suicide.
so what kept you going?
Like Jesus, God. I don't know. I don't know what kept.
Did you think you would be survive and
No,
be saved?
never. Never.
You thought your life would end there?
I never thought that we're gonna come out from there. So then, we were in Belsenbergen. There was even worse than Auschwitz. We were like zombies walking around. I don't know, they must have put something in the food. So they started to recruit people to go to work. So we decided we're gonna volunteer also. So the 5 of us went together and we said we want to go to the...
So you also had each other for support,
Yeah.
too. That was
Yeah.
probably the other thing
Yeah.
that got you through it.
So, would you believe it? We go to the cattle cars and they give us 5 breads, 2-pounders. Each person. We thought, we were afraid to eat. 5
Too good
breads.
to be true.
Who knows how
What they did to
how
poison.
long we know?
Oh.
Poison? No. How long we gonna have to travel if they give us 5 breads? The same afternoon we get out of the cars and they put
So basically, they
Yes.
were giving you carbs to give you energy to work.
and we come with the breads like this and the girls came out from there were houses there. I don't remember how many we were in one house.
Were you hiding the bread so that no one else
No. Everybody had
would share? Everyone had to
plenty
share.
bread.
Oh,
Each of us got a bread, 5 breads.
Well, now they were going to work, so yeah.
So they sent us the I don't know, city or town, Salzwedel, ammunition factory,
oh,
What's that?
munitions factory.
making bullets.
Oh, right. To kill your own people.
Ammunition.
Come there, a very, very nice guy, the manager. The SS emblem was behind the lapel. You know what that means?
He was ashamed.
No, he was on your. He wanted to help you,
he
like
was
Schindler.
ashamed. Right, like Schindler. He was ashamed of what he was, so he hid it.
Every day there was, I mean, not just us, there were French,
And they risked their life by doing that because had the other Nazis known, they would have killed them too.
French war veterans
French.
were there, and German people worked too. And every single day was leftovers. We didn't ask if it's especially the leftovers or it's leftovers. Delicious food.
Now, what part of your 2 years was that happening?
That's by the end.
By the end.
By the end,
Oh.
yeah. There we spent, I think it's from Christmas till, I think May,
What
we were liberated.
what
Maybe
was the day of liberation like?
May.
May? What was
May
it like? What happened?
The Americans came.
You knew they were, did you know they were coming?
Huh?
Did you know they were coming?
We knew then already that it's they in trouble, the Germans. But they came in,
American soldiers?
Yeah.
and 3 days later they hid them back. The Germans. Then
And they just let you go though. They didn't
then
send
we
you
was
anywhere.
scared. Then was the real trouble.
Oh wait, the American soldiers came and the Germans killed them?
No.
No.
The Americans came and the Germans beat them back.
They did?
Yeah. You know, in the war they fight.
Yeah.
Right.
So 3 days later the Germans came back.
Oh. So it wasn't liberation then.
And we were scared, very scared. We were sure that
Yeah,
They're
now
gonna finish
they're
us
gonna
up.
take it out on you.
So then what happened?
The guy saved us, the manager.
Like Schindler.
Just like Schindler.
Yep.
How
What did he
did?
do?
How?
And when the 3 days later, when the Americans came, the girls went to the headquarters and they took him out from jail.
How did?
Right,
They,
because he was supposed to be a Nazi, so he should have been punished.
but how did they
But
save
they helped
you?
to save him.
How?
They went and told the story that how he helped us. And supposedly those bullets wouldn't be usable, never. They were made so that they didn't work.
So the
You guys did that, or he made it sure?
He
it was
made
out?
them do it, do us do it.
so the
Do you know
man.
what kind of risk his life was for that?
So the manager. I
What
don't
was his name?
understand how she got free.
I remember so many years.
So he didn't get killed. He's free too.
I guess so.
They
That's
okay.
so
The
many
Americans finally came. They freed you. They put him in jail, and then you guys got together and went and
Round
explained to the
round away,
Americans
yeah.
how good he was to
Oh, that's what she
you, and they
said.
let him go.
I'm sure they let him go.
But what was the day like when you were finally free? What happened that day?
You guys didn't know where to go.
They put us, the American, everybody looked like, I can imagine. They put us in,
Skeleton.
there was Air Force base. It looked like a country club. And they put us there. And they fed us with tapioca. You know, the girls, some went to steal food in the town. And they made a fire and outside and cooking.
Because they didn't know any different at that
And-
time.
and
They
the
were so used to that's the only way to
The
survive.
soldiers destroyed the fire, and they were mad. And they did good because if you eat
Too much. You
too
get,
much,
You
they,
get sick.
they died.
Oh, really?
That was
So
like after we fast for
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours, you can't eat a lot of food after Yom Kippur.
They tapioca, all kinds of puddings, milk.
Oh, easy
They
stuff.
feed us with this. They put us in a looked like a country.
A bed.
Normal and Western. I told you this, one the story, that this woman wrote in the papers that Patton came with cars, with buses to take us back home.
General
So you
Patton.
went home, but there was nothing
Not
there.
home. We went to Prague in a school, they put us up.
Patton, the famous Patton.
Yeah, the general.
And where
was-
did you meet up with Zaidi?
After the war, you know, people started to look. We used to go in the train. So, what's your name? Maybe you remember this guy. Maybe so that this is the way we
Found each other.
found each other.
And look, can I see your tattoo? Oh, look at that. And do you remember what your number? Was it a
No.
number?
It's a number, but A something. So now I'll tell you the
How can you be
story with
hungry?
the number.
Okay, tell.
Remember I
Well, no,
started
you're
to
bored.
tell
Go
you
back in
this
there.
woman
There's nothing to eat right now.
in Golden Lake.
Yeah.
So the grandchildren asked her what this is. So she didn't know what to say. So she said that she put the telephone number.
So she went
She
to
shouldn't
bed.
forget. So
you tell-
David, when Anita went to give birth to Danny, he stayed with us. So also,
You told
Bobby,
him the
what
same
is
thing?
this? What is this? So I told him. There was a man by the name of Hitler, and he didn't like the Jews. So David says, what Jews, Bobby? Orange juice or grapefruit juice?
Oh.
That's funny.
Oh.
How old was he? 2, 3?
Who?
David.
Yeah, 3, I think 4.
Aww. Okay, do you think it...
Can you tell? Wait, no. Do you have any stories of Zaidi's family? Because some of that's pretty Painful.
Nobody came back.
I know, but what happened to Zaidi with the eye?
Oh. They
Do we have any pictures of Zaidi that we can put on Victoria's
yeah,
camera?
plenty pictures.
Okay, so Zaidi's your husband?
Zaidi is my husband. Paul was his
Pinchu.
name. Pinchu.
Pinchu
His
Prescott.
nickname, Pinchu. They worked, they were carrying logs. And I guess he got tired, so he stopped.
It was him or his brother? I thought it was his
No,
brother.
him.
That's more recent, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And his eye is kind of shut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that one.
So he stopped working, and the SS came and gave him a Zets with the rifle. And he poked his eye out.
Oh, I didn't know his eye was gone.
Sure, he didn't see on the side.
I thought they just did damage and the lid was closed. His eye is gone?
No, the eye was there, but he didn't see, I guess.
Yeah.
So another SS saw it. So next day, he said, "Come here, sit down." So he says, the other SS will come, he'll see me sitting, he'll kill me. He says, "Never mind, you just sit here." See, there were all kinds.
Yeah.
He gave him every day a peel from the apple, from his apple.
Peel? Just the apple peel?
An apple.
It was something.
Are you
Good.
kidding? That was a delicacy.
Yeah. That's the most they could do.
So
there were some good-hearted people there
you
that
know
did
what
not
he did?
believe in the cause. They just they were forced
They
to,
didn't
or
want
they
They were forced to. Otherwise,
Their lives would have been.
There came a woman there working, German woman. You should have seen she had a sandwich. You could see through. Because her husband didn't want to be a Nazi. So they didn't get no rations.
Rations. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think that something like this could ever happen again?
Yeah,
How could it happen again?
it's very simple. You never, wait a minute. You were, already here in the family when we lived in the house? Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. I don't know if you remember, in the corner in the back was a lilac tree. No. Okay. The kids were climbing on it. So I went out and I said, I didn't say don't do it. Just, children, be careful, you're gonna get hurt. And there was a little girl, I don't know, she was 3 years old. Listen to this.
Same story as when you went to go visit.
She told me, "You dirty Jewish."
But that happened to you when you went to go visit Auschwitz.
No, I didn't
Recently,
go.
you told
I
me.
didn't go to Auschwitz.
I thought you told me.
No, never went back.
Who went there that
didn't.
told me that they heard that?
I didn't.
So you're
And
saying...
this was in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't. You mean maybe this? You remember? I went to the museum in Washington. In there,
The
you ever
Holocaust?
met?
No.
I've
You
been
went
there.
to somewhere
No.
that you were. Maybe the ghetto. No, you didn't visit
And there was-
anything?
I don't know if you remember in the front when you went out, a big book,
Oh.
and you wrote comments.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they came out, and I go to the book, and the book is like this big. I like Hitler. He was a nice man. I thought I'd die.
There are stupid people.
So there's still hate in the world.
Oh, now. The little girl, where did she hear?
Where would she learn something like that?
Where would she hear it?
No, it's
She
from
wasn't big
parents to
enough
children.
to be on the street. She didn't know how to say Jewish. Dirty Jewish, she told me. So, can happen?
See.
God forbid.
You see, politically,
Maybe now they would fight back. But then, I don't know, we went like the lambs. I really don't know.
See, what scares me about our country now is that
Oh, you're not going to get into the Obama
there,
thing?
if one leader, I won't mention any names, but if one guy gets too much power, this can happen.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
That's
No one should have that much power.
right, a dictatorship. That's how it can
I'm taking a
happen.
piece of bread for Sienna, Bubby.
Yeah, there's plenty bread. I found a book. My other son teaches Hebrew, so I guess he has all kinds of books. I found a book, how when the world started. From the first minute on, they had trouble with the Jews.
Well, Ishmael, doesn't it go back to that?
To forever, and Jesus and all.
Abraham had Ishmael and Isaac, and that's when the trouble
Yes,
started.
from the start
Yeah,
was problems.
yeah.
Was, yeah.
So, do you believe in God now?
I eat kosher still, and I don't write on Shabbos. And I go to shul, and I keep a kosher home. But
She does-
I question a lot of times.
So she does what she should do according to Jewish law,
Uh huh.
And I still
but
question.
you can't help but
But
question.
I still
question.
I still, you know,
Where do you
we
think
had a
Zaidi
neighbor.
is? Where do you think Zaidi is right now?
I don't know, because he's mad at me.
What?
Why?
And when he died, a couple of weeks later, I dreamt. A matter of fact, we were here, and I asked your husband to bring him home. He asked I should take him home.
Zaidi,